So I am fortunate enough to be a product of the New York City public school system. I grew up in Queens. I went to elementary and middle school in Queens and then went to the Bronx for high school. And the teacher who really made a difference in my life was my government and economics teacher my junior year of high school. Now, this was a teacher who was known throughout the school for being the most rigid, hardest grader that there was. I was petrified when I saw his name on the schedule. In fact, I went to the guidance counselor to see if I could somehow get moved out of the section, but I didn't have a good reason other than I was scared to take the class because I was afraid of the work and I was afraid of failing. But this teacher, Dr. Melvin Maskin, when I actually went to his class, I saw his passion for the work. And history and economics were not my favorite subjects. I was more of like an English kid, and I actually became a math teacher. But his passion for the work and his desire to push us to be the best possible versions of ourselves really resonated with me. And I wound up getting my best grades in high school in his class. And I remember at the end of the semester thinking, if I could do this, I could do anything. And the truth is, I've kept coming back to that lesson time and time again. Now, the story has a cool ending because when I became a teacher, they told me that I had to go observe a current teacher. So I reached out over email and said, Dr. Maskin, can I come observe your class? And I didn't think he would remember me. And when I showed up to his class that day, I walked in the room and my seat was empty. He had actually asked the student who sat in my seat over a decade earlier to sit somewhere else for the day so I could sit in my old seat. And that really meant a lot to me and told me, even beyond just showing me what's possible, how important it is to have those relationships with our students. I mean, I get choked up a little bit thinking about it now. The fact that years later he remembered me and remembered where I sat. And yeah, I always hoped when I taught in the classroom that students looked at me the way I looked at him.